We start with several breaking stories we're following. First, a new immigration boss taking over in Minneapolis. Border czar Tom Homan addressing the media just moments ago. He says talks with state and local officials have been productive, but they don't agree on everything.
What we did agree upon is not to release public safety arrests back in the community when they could be lawfully transferred to ICE.
Homan did reaffirm the right to protest peacefully, but that said there would be zero tolerance for violence against ICE officers. Breaking on Capitol Hill this hour, the Senate failing to advance legislation to fund portions of the government. That vote was 45 to 55, falling short of the 60 votes needed. The funding deadline is tomorrow, or the government will shut down. One of the main sticking points is paying for DHS and ICE. CBS's Natalie Brand reports.
President Trump held a cabinet meeting Thursday with his administration facing backlash over Minnesota and a funding fight over the Department of Homeland Security.
Hopefully we won't have a shutdown. We're working on that right now. I think we're getting close. The Democrats, I don't believe, want to see it either.
The clerk will report the motion.
As the Senate takes a test vote on a funding package to avert a partial government shutdown, Democrats have a list of reforms they want added to the DHS bill.
What ICE is doing outside the law is state-sanctioned thuggery, and it must stop.
Senate Democrats want to end roving patrols, tighten rules regarding warrants, require body cameras, and prohibit masks. They say the DHS bill should be separated from the 5 other appropriations measures so serious negotiations can take place.
There must be major reforms to these agencies before this Congress should approve another cent.
Senate Republicans have argued the current DHS bill already has reforms such as money for body cameras and de-escalation training, but also signaled talks could progress between the White House and Democrats.
I think the administration is willing to sit down with them and have a discussion, perhaps a negotiation about how do we move forward. But the one thing I do know, and that is that a government shutdown is not in anybody's interest.
Democrats have proposed voting on a short-term extension so other DHS agencies, including FEMA, TSA, and the Coast Guard, aren't interrupted while they draft a new bill that includes the extra guardrails. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.